steps for resolutions of this issue, because this is what's most important. What do I do to resolve this issue? So the first thing is you want to determine whether or not you're eligible to claim the dependent on the return. Now, I know you're thinking like, I can, but just look over the rules, look over some of your tax laws and things like that, just to make sure you're in compliance. You don't want any issues. Another thing you can do is if you've electronically submitted your return and it was rejected for the reasons that someone else claimed your dependent's social security number on their return, go ahead and submit a paper return. Now, with everything going on, it might take a while for them to process your return, but at least you are able to claim your dependent on the return. And there's also some benefits to that as well. Both parties will receive a CP087A. Just notifying both parties that, somebody claimed somebody on their return. It gives you, like I said before, it gives you the opportunity to reconcile. So with that being said, either one person who filed the dependent has to submit a 1040X to remove their dependents from the return, which is an amended United States individual income tax return. When you submit that, you're basically saying, hey, this is not my dependent, and I'm going to remove this dependent off of my return in order to reconcile the issue. Now, as a result, if either party decides not to remove the dependent from the return, then we have a possible audit. Okay? This is when the Internal Revenue Service steps in and says, hey, we see that you guys weren't able to squash this out on your own, but we really don't care. We just want to verify who is actually eligible to claim the child. All right? And so, or the dependent, whether it be an older person you're taking care of, a dependent, who is eligible to claim this dependent. And so they do this by sending out letters. And so those notices or letters will state, or any type of correspondence that's sent will state, hey, we're reviewing your return, right? We're auditing you and you're with exams, and we need you to send A, B, C, D, and E. We need you to prove to us that you've actually taken care of this person for most of the year, more than half of the year. For whatever reason, if you don't comply, you don't respond, then there's a possible tax assessment that will be taking place on your account. And when a tax assessment takes place on your account, everything is taken into consideration.